Good morning to all my students out there, and I am sending a lots of blessing to you. And today we are going to start the new topic that is from your business studies syllabus. That is marketing management. So marketing and management itself, this topic is actually a very wide if you think about it, because here the two words, this chapter or the topic is actually concerning with the topic is the two words, that is the marketing management. Itself, these two words have the wide range. If you will study the management, as you have studied about management, that it has a wide concept, that management consists of the planning, organizing, controlling, directing, and if we will take the word that is the marketing. Marketing itself is a very wide in the meaning. Marketing means it's in a whole concept of you can say it's a place where the buyers and sellers come together. Or also in the marketing you can also assess the product, the pricing of the product, and how you can sell your product, because just making the product or producing the product is not enough for the manufacturer or the businessman. The basic aim of the businessman or the manufacturer is to whatever they are producing, it must be going to the place where there is an ultimate buyer and you can sell your product, but you are going to produce, and it should be also produced, it should also be sell at some profitable way. So all these aspects we are actually covering in the marketing. So here we are actually taking care about how the marketing take place with the managed way. That's why it is called the marketing management. So it's a wide concept to be studied, and it's not a very tough basis. It has no tough basis, but it is actually wide in its nature. So in this context, we are going to study today about what is the marketing management, then what is marketing means, then we will study about marketing management philosophies, and also we will discuss about the function of the marketing. So moving to the first part of your topic, that is the marketing management. So starting with like marketing management is actually, it is a managerial activity related with the marketing or market. So we can say that the marketing management is a activity which is related with the market. It is related with many things. Market is related with the product, market is related with the price, market is related with your promotion, how you will sell your product. So it means whatever come and connected with the market will come to the marketing management. And being a manager, it's a very crucial duty of the selling manager or the manager to take care about all the elements of the market, because all these elements are playing a very important role for the successful of your business. Because as I will just explain you that just not enough to produce the thing. It's very important to whatever you are producing, it should be sell in the market and it should be sell with the appropriate price. It means you can cover the cost and as well as the margin of the profit. So it's also the selling doesn't mean that once you have sold sell the thing, it should be in the continuous way. That's why your price should be as competent that you can compete with your competitor, and your price should be as good that any of the customer can willing to buy your product. So that's why the marketing management has so many sides to be studied, and it's very important to establish your business, to set yourself in the market. So starting with the introduction and the meaning, the marketing management refers to the management of all the activity related with the market. So traditionally there was no difference between the selling and marketing, but modern age is an age of globalization where where the consumer plays an important role and marketing strategies have become very important. So in the previous, you can say traditionally, if we say that what is marketing, then you will not find any difference between the marketing and the selling. In the previous days, the selling was also called the marketing. But in the modern age, the introduction of the globalization and the privatization, marketing and selling, if you are comparing these two, selling is actually just a small part of the marketing. Selling means just you are selling something. You are not taking care about the future selling, but you are just selling something. That is marketing. But it doesn't mean that. In a modern sense, the meaning of the word marketing has changed. It's not only the mere selling. It means that marketing is the process where you just take place your selling, also take care your selling with concentration on the satisfaction of the consumer want and needs. It means you are to take care of your consumer, because consumer is the kingpin of the market. You cannot pursue your business, you cannot sell your commodity or the goods until and unless you will not satisfy your customer or consumer. So, we can say that the marketing is a business process by which the products are matched with the markets and through which the transfer of ownership are effected. So, all the modern definitions based on the philosophy that satisfaction of the consumer is the basic purpose of the business. So, overall we can say that the modern concept of marketing says that the main or a key factor of the marketing is to satisfaction. Psychological satisfaction of the consumer is the basic motive of marketing. Where because the consumer is a person who is actually taking the bundle of utility by paying the value on behalf of taking that. The person is also paying the money for that. So he must be at least satisfied that if he is paying something for some bundle of utility, he must be at least enjoy that on that level, on that the value should be of your money and the satisfaction at least should be equal to. So now come to the marketing. What is the marketing? Marketing is a process in which the marketer attempts to match the product or services with the consumer's need with purpose to satisfy them to the profit. So also we can say that marketing is a social process by which the individual or a group obtain what they need and want through creating, offering and free exchanging of product and services of the value with others. So marketing is actually a process. It is a process where one group is actually searching for that need and one group is ready with that you can say the product you want, and in the exchange of this there must be some profit also for the seller. So what are the features of marketing? First is the need and want. The focus of marketing is need and want. That means you can only sell that product which is demanded by your customer. So it is the very important duty of the manufacturer or makers to at least take a research on the needs and requirement of the ultimate consumer and customer. Because if you will not go on the research work that what your customer really want, what are their requirement and needs, you will not satisfy your customer. It means ultimate it will be loss of yours in the business in the long run. Next is creating the marketing offers. Once you are just know about what are the demands by the customer, you must be the manufacturer must be trying to variate the product in the quality, in the size, in the shape. So it means just to create more and more demand from the customer. So market offer many offering the product or services by specifying its features, shape, size, color, etc. So we can say that a good market offer should keep in mind the satisfaction of the customer. Third one is the customer value. So it means this customer is ready to give the price of the product only when he gets satisfaction or only when the product is offering utility matching to the price. It is a very basic thing that should be in the minds of the consumer, that until or unless you will not identify what are the needs and what you are offering, how much more you are offering, if we are comparing with your competitor, then how they are offering, and if you are offering and that is more than your competitor, only then you can sell your product. So that's why we can say that the consumer value, you should value your consumer, you should value their satisfaction and needs. Next is the exchange mechanism. Exchange mechanism, it is a process of marketing involve exchange of product and services for the money and money's worth. As you know that whenever we buy something, we buy anything with a common media, that is the money. With the help of money we can buy anything. So that means there is an exchange. You cannot take the things on the place of other things, like there is no barter system. Whatever you are purchasing, it is you are purchasing by just giving or paying the certain sum of the value in the form of the money. So there is a exchange mechanism, and the process of marketing involves the exchange of the product and services for money and money's worth. In exchange, customers pay money, and in return they take product or services which satisfy their need and want. So exchange can take place directly between the manufacturer and customer or through the middleman. So this is all about what is marketing and what are the features of marketing. Come to what can be marketed. What can be marketed? What can you sell in the market? What can be the product which can be sold easily in the market? So generally it is a product or the service which is marketed. So simply word, product is something what the seller sells and buyer buys. It can be defined as anything that can be offered to the market to satisfy the want or need of the customers. So also marketeer's point of view, if we take a point of view of the marketeer, it is the product is a bundle of utility. It is a carrier of functional and psychological and social satisfaction. So that is marketed. It means with the help of that we can say that the goods and services which actually give you the social and psychological satisfaction can be marketed. Now come to the marketing function, marketing management. So marketing management means management all the activity related to the marketing, or in the word that we can say that it refers to the planning, organizing, directing, controlling, all the activity which result in exchange of goods and services. So marketing management means it is a management of market. So it means it is management of market where the two groups are there. One is the manufacturer or the producer, or you can say the seller, and another one is the customer. So next is on the basis of the marketing management, there is also the definition. The art and science of choosing target market and getting, keeping and growing the customers or consumers through creating, developing and communicating superior consumers value of management. So with the help of this definition, there are some basic points we can discuss on that. So choosing a target market. So it's very important for the customer as well as for the producer to choose the right market for the product, because there are different kinds of market, you know. Different kinds mean there is a grain market, there is a market where you can buy the garments, there is a market which is related with the electronic items. So it means that what you are producing, you must have to search the kind of that market where your product can be sold, because that is the market where your kind of customer will come to buy the your product. So the activity of marketing management being by finalizing the target market. For example, the target market for the medicine manufacturer is the hospital, doctors, chemists, shopping, etc. Now, second one is growing the customer in the target market. Now, once you are just get the target market or the required market, it's your duty to grow your customer by offering different kinds of offers provided to them. So we can say after choosing the target market, the next step is in the market process is to take the step to increase the number of the customer by analyzing the needs, wants, demand of customer and giving due importance to the satisfaction of their requirements. Now next is the creating superior value. How can you create a superior value of your product? The next step of marketing management process is to create some special value in the product to make your product better from your competitor. Because there is one more group which is just parallel doing the work with the same way, and you can only be succeeded if you are offering to your customer more values, more values than your competitor is giving to them. So it means that to make your product better than the competitor product, special value can be added by offering the various schemes. For example, giving free insurance with car. So these are the offers you can give to your customer just to stimulate them to buy your things, thing, and to just convince them that how your goods are or things are better than the competitor. Now come to the next, that is the marketing management philosophy. Before doing that, you must also understand there is a difference between the marketing and the selling. And what is that? Generally the people consider marketing and selling as synonymous of each other, but actually these two are different concepts. Selling is just in a part of the activity of marketing. Marketing is in a wider concept, and it includes the range of activities such as the planning, designing of the work product, pricing of the product, selling. It means it includes all the things. Marketing actually includes all the things which is related to the product, the price, the place, or you can say the promotion. It is not only the selling. Selling just a small part of marketing, but in real sense the marketing actually adding the 4 P's, which is very important. The 4 P's mean first one is the product, second one is the price, third one is the you can say the place, or fourth one is the your promotion activity. So these are the things. So we are moving to the marketing management philosophy. There are basically the 5 philosophies of the marketing management. First is the production concept, second one is the product concept, third one is the selling concept, fourth is the marketing concept, and fifth is the societal concept. One by one we will discuss it. So if we go to the production concept, it actually aims to the large scale of production to decrease the cost. This concept actually says to you that how much you will produce more and more with the adding of more and more units, actually you are decreasing the cost of production. And when you decrease the cost of production, ultimate your profit margin will be high. This is actually the theory or philosophy of the first concept, that is the production concept. So this concept shows or tells you that some companies believe that it is easy to sell the products when products are inexpensive and are easily available. So the firm following production concept focus on lowering the cost of the production by means of mass production and distribution. But the drawback of this concept that the customer does not always buy the product which is inexpensive or available. In some cases it is good that if the price of the product is low, the most of the customer come and buy the things, but it is not always. Sometimes there are superior customers who actually search for the superior quality of the product, and that can only be possible if the price of the product is high, if the quality of the product is high, and the quality of the product is only high if there is no you can say if the manufacturer has taken all the things on a right way. It means you cannot decrease the price by making the quality of the product is low. So we can say that always inexpensive goods are not sell in some groups. So this concept, according to this concept, this is the large scale production to decrease the cost. Second one is the product concept. So product concept actually concentrate on the good quality and features in product. So product concept tell you that if you will introduce a good quality product, ultimately it will increase your selling. So it tells you that the firm which follow the product concept propose that the way to realize business goals in making products that are high quality. These firms manufactures a good of superior quality, but they must keep in mind the customer will buy the high quality only when they need or want. Only quality is not enough force. For example, the firm is dealing with a very high quality hair dye, but customer will demand it only when they have the green hair. Now, next is the selling concept. So, selling concept tells us that to sell whatever is produced by using intensive promotion techniques. So, selling concept tells you that it is a concept, it is a theory that whatever we are producing, we will sell. It is not in this theory or in this philosophy of your marketing strategies tell you that we are not taking care about what the customer has a want and what they have required. We will only sell that what we are producing. Basically, this is not a right concept. So it means this concept tells you that the firm which follow the selling concept believe that in order to make the customer buy a product, he or she need to convince, and the customer can convince by undertaking some aggressive selling and promotional efforts. So we can say the firm relying on selling concept make use of advertising powers and other persuasion techniques to influence the customers. So we can say that selling concept can be summed up with the statement that selling what you have. So under this concept, the product is sold by hook or by crook. Selling concentrate on the requirement and needs of the producers and sell whatever they produce. They do not try to find out the requirement and the need of the customers. Selling relies on the buyer's manipulations. Underselling, the primary motive of seller is to convert the goods into cash by using fair or unfair tactics. So the firm following selling concept must know that buyer cannot be manipulated many times. The customer, once wrongly convinced, can spoil the image of the firm. So selling concept can succeed in the short run, not in the long run. You not always cheat your customer. You can only cheat your customer 1 or 2 times. But if your aim is to just sell whatever you produce without ignoring the requirement of the consumer, they will not back to you in the next time. Next is the marketing concept. So marketing concept tells you that the consumer satisfaction. The aim of the marketing satisfaction is the consumer satisfaction. That is the right aim, you can say, and this is the logical philosophy. So we can say that the marketing concept concentrates on the need of the customer. This concept says that the product should be designed and produced keeping in the mind to the need of the customers and try to satisfy the needs better than the competitors. So according to the market concept, the consumer satisfaction is a precondition for realizing the firm goal and objectives. Under marketing concept, the firm don't sell what they have, but they produce and sell what the customer want. This is a very good line. With the help of that, this marketing concept is clear. It means that under the marketing concept, the firm does not sell what they have, but they produce and sell what the customer want. So, we can say the firm adopting a marketing concept give importance to the two important market forces, that there is a customer and the competitor. In the market there are main two forces, that is one is the customer and other is the competitor, and you are just, the business is just stand in between these two. Customer are very important and you cannot ignore and avoid your competitor also. So we can say that as a firm keep a close eye on the needs and wants of the customer and try to satisfy their needs better than their competitors. So maintaining the constant vigil on customer is called customer orientation, and constant vigil on competitor is called the competitor orientation. Now next one is your fifth philosophy, that is a societal concept. We all are living in the society. It's not always that if something is valuable for someone, it's not obvious that it is valuable for the other. But we should at least take care about the society. We should at least use those things which are ethical and which are eco-friendly. If we are not abiding this, or if we are against this law, it means we are actually not abiding the rules that we must have to follow. So according to the societal concept, although the marketing concept is satisfying the needs of the customer in a best possible manner, but then also it has attracted criticism from the people who concerned about the society and environment. They argue that companies should not blindly follow the goal of the customer satisfaction. This may lead to many social and environmental ills. For example, the customer may want to have the drugs. So just to satisfy customer, the firm should not supply the drugs to them. So some product bring harmful effect on environment. So these should not be supplied only to fulfill the goal of the customer satisfaction. So customer satisfaction must be within the ethical or ecological aspect of our society. So we can say that the basic aim of the societal concept is that the customer satisfaction within ethical and ecological boundaries of our society. It's you cannot ignore the customer satisfaction. That is the basic of your marketing. But along with that, you also not to ignore the ethical values and ecological boundaries. It means whatever you are just giving the satisfaction or providing the satisfaction, it should be in the limit of your ethical and the ecological or environmental level. So these are the basic important philosophies of the management, that all these philosophies plays their role with their own way. Now we are moving to the functions of the marketing. There are so many important functions of marketing. In the process of marketing, the marketers perform a variety of the functions which we will going to discuss, that the gathering and analyzing the market information or market research. Market research is very much important, because if you are just indulging in the marketing profession, it means very important is to gather in the information about the customer, their needs, their wants, what kind of the product is now there in the market. There are so many researches you have to be just state it out and to be concentrate on those just before entering to the market. So it means this function helps the marketer to identify the needs of the customer. Market research becomes the basic of the product development, and to conduct market research, the marketer perform the SWOT analysis. Now SWOT analysis, you all know that it means it is a strength, S for the strength, W for the weakness, O for the opportunity, T for the threads. So with the help of this SWOT analysis, you can see that there are two, that is external factor, there are two, that is the internal factor. The two which are the external factor you cannot control, but the strength and weaknesses, that is your internal factor, you can control with yourself. So on the basis of this analysis, you can also control, you can with the help of the SWOT analysis, you can, and also with the research and development, you come up with the results. Next is the market planning. When you are done with your research, when you are done with your SWOT analysis, you are now able to do the marketing planning, market planning. So after conducting the marketing research, the marketer has to plan the step necessary to achieve the marketing objective under marketing planning. So you have to just search out your objective. What should be your objective? Just for in the process of the market planning, they may plan to increase the production, plan to increase the sale, or plan to use promotional tools. So next is the product designing and development. Once you are done with your planning, you just concentrate on your product, which is actually the key factor. Product is actually the basic thing you are just presenting to your customer, and that should be magical. Only then you can serve your product, or only then you can sell your product to your customer. So we can say that every marketer offer a product or services to the customer, but what product and services has to be offered must be planned. It should be, if you are just selling your product, it should be unique, because it should be different from your competitor. It should be matching to the requirement and needs of the customer, only then they will buy. So that's why the planning part includes the decision like what should be the quality standard using the product, what shape and design would be used, what type of packaging, how many models, how can be made better than the competitor's product. For talking all these decisions, proper product planning is done by the marketeers. So we can say the next step, when you are just done with about what is to be done with the product, we come to the standardization and then the grading, the standardization and grading. So standardization means maintaining quality standards to achieve the uniformity of the product, and standardization provides quality assurance and consistencies to the consumer. Consumer are assured about quality of the product and packaging. The standardization means you cannot ignore if with the quality. The quality and the standard should be maintained on a keen level. It means you cannot ignore if the quality is going down and down. You have to maintain the standard of the quality, and only then you can just create the trust in the minds of the customer. Next is grading, means classifying the product on the some basis. It means basis of classification can be by the size or the quality. So grading is necessary when companies are not following strictly the technique of the standardization. Grading is come where there is where you cannot do the standardizations. So where you are not able to do the standardization, you just go to the other you can say the option, that is the grading. So through grading, marketer can get higher price for the quality product. Grading is generally used in the agriculture product, for example wheat, rice, pulses, etc. It is basically concerned with the agriculture product, that you cannot you can say make the size of the wheat or the rice. It is because it is all nature. It is a natural resource. You cannot do anything. But you can do is you can classify that it is a upgrade, high grade, it is a middle, or it is a lower. With the help of that standard, you can make the grading. Next is the packaging and labeling. So the product is always supplied to the customer in the packet form. Whatever you are producing, you cannot give on the hand of the customer merely. You have to also make the arrangement about how you are just doing the packaging work. That is also very important, because packaging itself is called the silent salesman, and also sometimes and more of the time the packaging actually attract the customer. It means you have to also work on what kind of the packaging you are providing for your product and for the customer. The product is always supplied to the customer in the packet form. Packaging refers to designing the packets, wrappers, cartons which are used to pack the product. Packaging plays an important role in selling. The attractive packaging include the customers to buy the product. That's why it is called the silent salesman. Labeling refer to the informative part of packaging, and through label important information is given to the customer. So there is also a small label which is actually containing a very basic information of the product. Now after that, the packaging and the labeling, we come to the branding. Brand means a name, special name of the product. So branding means giving the special name to the product. Companies can decide to sell the product in company's name, and they may decide to sell special brand name to their product. For example, Sony, BPL, etc. using the company's name, and whereas the Airtel or Tide, etc., Ariel or Tide, etc. are special brand name given by the company. Now next is the consumer support service. How we are giving the support service, after sales services, that is also very important, and this is the way you can give more and more satisfaction to your buyer. In present days, the business environment, customer is the kingpin in the market, so customer satisfaction is the main motto of every businessman. So every important function of marketing management related to developing the customer support service, such as handling customer complaint, after sales services and maintenance services, customer information technique and technical services. Customer will become your permanent customer only when he is satisfied with your consumer support. So sometimes the product is very good, even then the customer don't go with the product just because of if the company is not providing the good services, after sales services. So in the present area, it's not only selling the goods, also provide the after sales services is also be the very good way. With the help of that, you can also maintain or your customer, or you can also win the trust of your customer, and also increase your number of customers in the market. Next is the pricing of the product. So pricing is you can say price means the money. How much the money you are just asking for from your customer. It means the customer is also ready to buy the thing. That price should be at least to the value which the customer is taking. So we can say the price means the money which is the customer has to pay to buy the product or services. It is most crucial element of marketing, as customer is a highly price sensitive. A little variation in the price may take your customer to competitor product. A marketer keeps in mind various factors such as objective of the firm, demand, and the competition also. So fixing the price of the product is also the key factor to make your selling up or down. Next is the promotion and selling. It is a technique how you induces your customer, how you induces the number of customers to buy your thing. After production of goods, and marketer needs to offer them to the customer. For this, he performs two basic functions, that is the promotion and the selling. Promotion includes all the activities which are undertaken to communicate with the customer and increase the sale. For promotion, marketer perform various functions such as the advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, and publicity. So next is your next function of marketing is physical distribution. Another important function of the marketing is to making plan regarding the distribution of the goods and services. So physical distribution include decisions like choice of the channel of distribution and maintaining the inventory, storage, warehouse. That is also important. Just providing and producing the thing is not important, but also taking into consideration about that how this thing is going to be reached to the ultimate customer. In from the manufacturer to the customer, there is a big gap, and how you are going to cater that gap. This can be only be catered by arranging the warehouses and maintaining the inventories, because until and unless the thing is not selling in the market, it is your duty to at least procure your things. Otherwise, it will be the loss. If you are producing the thing and you are not taking care about where your goods are lying, it will be on a some time it will be go. It is created just like a loss of yours if you will not take care about it. Next is the storage and warehouse. As I have told you, the goods are not consumed immediately. When they are produced, there is time gap between the production and the consumption. So it is necessary to keep the goods safe during the time gap, as goods need to be protected from moisture, insects, rodents and threats also. Also, the transportation plays a very important role, because the goods are not necessarily consumed in the same place. Where these are produced, there is a place gap between the production and consumption. To cover this place gap, the marketeer make use of various model of transport, so the goods can be transferred to the different corner of the country. It is not only that finished goods need to be transported, but the raw material and the various other inputs also transported from their places to the origin of their place to the use. So these are actually the basic function of the marketing. As we have discussed about that marketing doesn't mean only the product. Marketing doesn't mean only the selling. It is a sum total of all. So if you are going for the marketing, you are to assess all the analyze of the marketing. And so today we have just studied about the market management. What is the marketing? Then we also discussed about what is the marketing philosophies and the function of the market. So we have, with the help of that, we have know about, try to discuss about more about what is the marketing management. In the next lecture, we will proceed this topic more in the details. So till I will say good luck to all of you.